Today, we start an epic motorcycle build. This is a first for me. This is something I've never done before. I am building a hill climbing motorcycle. This is a competition, if you have not seen it before, where you get in the dirt and there's a very steep dirt hill and you try to climb it with your motorcycle in the absolute best time. It really is a wild competition. It's kind of old school. It's from the old school motorcycle rally scene, and this year there's going to be a competition hill climb at Flathead's Rally Point. Flathead's is a campground, concert venue, a big party, just a good spot to hang out for a rally at Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, which is the largest charity motorcycle rally in America. There's like 300 to 400,000 bikes that show up every year for this rally. And Flathead's is in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, which is my favorite city in all of the Ozark Mountains. And they're having a hill climb, and I'm gonna compete in it, even though I've never done anything like this before in my life. Now, this is my Sportster dirt bike, and it's probably a really good candidate for a hill climb, but I've just put so much work into this motorcycle, and it's so beautiful, this front end, everything else. I figure there's a good chance I'm dumping a bike, and I don't want to dump my beautiful Sportster. A dirt bike like this would make another great candidate, and they're inexpensive, so it wouldn't kill me to dump it. But what's cool about climbing a hill on a dirt bike? Not a whole lot. The fun factor, the challenge of doing something different and out of the ordinary is part of the beauty of a hill climb. Taking an old Harley Davidson, a heavy piece of metal up that hill, throwing mass horsepower at it. This is really how I picture me climbing a hill climb. Okay, disclaimer, attempting to do a hill climb. There's a good chance I'm just gonna completely wipe out, which is why I don't want to use my custom Sportster. These would be another good option. The Wicked Thumb electric motorcycles, those would probably go up that hill no problem, but again, not quite enough challenge for me. But tucked back here in the depths of the corner of my shop is a 2003 Fat Boy. The exact opposite machine of what anybody would think I would build for a hill climb bike. I'm gonna do it two-purpose. I'm gonna do hill climb and also make it a dirt drag bike. Currently, will it run? The answer is yes, but there's a loud knock, some sort of engine noise going on there. The seat's destroyed. The tank is already destroyed. The throttle's broken. The back end's tore up. It's got a lot of issues to it, but this is a bike that I don't mind mobbing up a hill and transforming into a hill climb monster. Again, hill climb and dirt drag all in one. Even the front fender's all beat up and bent and scratched. Truly don't mind banging this bike up a bit more than it already is. But it's gonna need some power, so we're bringing it to my boy Rusty from D&D Exhaust, and we're gonna go to work on this thing. One of the biggest challenges on this bike is going to be this rear swing arm. Okay, right now the shock on these Softails is up underneath the seat. What we need to do is we need to get the shock out from there and get it over here on the sides where we can lift this back end up and get a little elevation and extend that swing arm out behind me, so I've got a little bit of leverage when going up that hill. And of course we got to convert it to chain drive, but that back end may be the most difficult part of this whole project. So what I did is I ordered a Dirty Bird swing arm from Dirty Bird Customs in Arizona. They make a swing arm that relocates that rear shock to the outside like you would see on a Dyna or a Bagger. I had that swing arm next day shipped to Paul Yaffe. If y'all know Paul Yaffe, he was recently in one of my videos, built a badass FXR.
This is my version of an FXRT. So this is an original Grand Touring Harley Davidson fairing that I reworked and modified to work for my dream, right? Which was putting a 23-inch wheel on it, putting air suspension on it, pulled the frame forward a couple inches, raked it, obviously, to accept the big wheel, stretched the tank. But a lot of the things on it are still original. The frame is still original. The entire drivetrain is original, of course customized and modified. The bags are still original, swing arm and so on.
Yeah, that thing's beautiful, right? He definitely has the skills to customize the swing arm. So he's gonna take that Dirty Bird swing arm and he's gonna stretch it out 8 inches for me. That's gonna get my back tire back. Then I'm bringing the bike to my boy Rusty from D&D Exhaust. If you know anything about me and performance, you know Rusty from D&D Exhaust is my go-to guy. He builds all the baddest bikes I ride. I recently just took a 2023 Road Glide on an over 20,000 mile road trip where I rode every single day for 84 days straight. And before I went, I had Rusty build that bike out for me. So it only makes sense he builds this one too. So today the mission is get this bike, which like I said is running, but we're not getting it started today, onto the back of a truck and get it en route to Rusty's, where he will have a power plant lined up for us to give this girl some serious ponies. The biggest challenge we've got ahead of us is time. Time is against us. The Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue Rally is September 21st through the 24th. Flatheads Rally Point Open Hill Trials is on the 22nd, and the competition itself is on the 23rd. Again, this is Flatheads Rally Point in Eureka Springs. It is located at the Eureka Springs Adventure Park, and there's concerts all day and night. They've got the AC/DC Back in Black tribute band. Really a cool band. I've seen them in Sturgis once. The Crueligans, a Motley Crue tribute band. Got Texas Hippie Coalition, Saliva, Jasmine Kane. It's just a great concert lineup. Saturday, I believe it's at 1 o'clock, will be the hill climb competition, where I'm gonna test my luck on this old girl. Should me and my buddies be able to get it built in time. So many of you may be asking where I got this old girl from. Well, it used to be a friend of mine's from back in Wisconsin. And I bought it off of him years ago, and it's just kind of sat in the back corner of my shop. And I've never really thought about putting it on the road. And I think this is a perfect scenario for a bike like this. We named this bike years ago the Buick. She's just an old heavy pig. She is about to have a complete makeover. Not a beautiful makeover, a performance makeover. In fact, she might even be a little bit more ugly when she's done. The question is, can we get this pig of a Buick in the back of this truck? So we'll see if we can push it up. There's three of us here. This is Trey. This used to be his bike. He is the friend I bought it off of years ago. And what do you think, Trey? You excited to see this thing turn into a dirt machine?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna record this because sometimes these are the best bloopers videos in the world. You ready? Okay.
And I grab it. And grab it. 1, 2, 3. Grab it. 1, 2, 3.
Look at that. That is not the ideal hill climbing bike at all. I'm not sure exactly everything Rusty's going to want to do to it. Again, he is the master when it comes to building motorcycles for performance. I don't ask any questions, I just do whatever he says. And we will see what he has to say about that build in the next video. What am I thinking, you guys? Hill climbing? It would be a miracle if I don't end up in the hospital.